All right, everyone, let's dive right in. Today, we're all about making our lives a little easier, a little smoother, because parenting is amazing. But who couldn't use a few clever tricks up their sleeve? We're talking parenting hacks and tips.
And that's what we're all about here, right? Smart solutions, not just for getting through the day, but for really enjoying it, for finding the fun in the chaos.
Absolutely. And this source is packed with those aha moments. Like, did you ever think of baby wipes as the ultimate multi-tool?
Oh, I have a story about that.
Hmm.
Once on a road trip, a juice box exploded, and
Oh,
it was one of those sticky messes that gets everywhere. I'm talking windows, upholstery, my hair.
oh no.
Yeah, it was a disaster. But guess what saved the day? You got it, baby wipes. They're like magic. Sticky fingers, crayon on the wall, even cleaning up spills in the car. Keep them everywhere.
Everywhere. Okay, another thing this source really made me think about was toy clutter. They call it the toy library.
I love this idea because it's not just about the stuff. It's about understanding how kids' brains work.
Yeah.
Even us, right?
Yeah.
We get into a rut, same routine, and suddenly, boom, we need something new.
Totally. Like, I'm way more excited about trying that new Thai place downtown than ordering pizza again, even though pizza's great.
Exactly. So imagine how kids feel. Toy rotation keeps things fresh, exciting. They get that new toy feeling without you constantly buying new stuff. It's a win-win.
And it ties into those educational philosophies too, like encouraging exploration and self-directed play. It's like sneaking in learning, even when they just think they're having fun.
Love that. Okay, now on to a topic I know we can all relate to. Bedtime. It's like this universal struggle, right?
Oh yeah, the witching hour is real. This source breaks down some really cool strategies, though. Have you heard of the race against time idea?
Tell me more. I'm always up for a good game, especially if it gets everyone in bed faster.
So it's all about turning those bedtime routines into a game like, can you brush your teeth before the timer goes off?
That's brilliant because it removes the whole power struggle thing and turns it into something fun. And that's key, right? Because kids thrive on routine. And when they know what to expect, it makes them feel secure, safe. A predictable routine is so important.
And you know what often comes after bedtime? It's like clockwork at my house. The minute we're home from school, those little voices start.
Oh, tell me about it. The constant, I'm hungry. It's like they have a snack radar or
Right.
something.
Right. But this source, they had this concept of a snack station. And honestly, it kind of blew my mind a little.
I love the snack station idea because it's not about restricting snacks. It's about empowering kids to make good choices on their own.
Yeah. Explain that a little more. What do you mean by empowering?
So picture this. Instead of snacks being hidden in some high cabinet, right? You've got a dedicated shelf, maybe in the pantry, or even a low drawer in the fridge.
Oh, so they can actually reach it themselves.
Exactly. You've got healthy options in there, pre-portioned, ready to go.
Like what kind of things?
Think little containers of berries or grapes, those pre-sliced veggie packs, maybe some yogurt tubes, stuff like that.
That makes so much sense. So they see it, it's easy to grab, no more begging for cookies before dinner.
And it takes the pressure off you, right?
Yeah.
You're not the bad guy constantly saying no.
Totally. Okay, from one parenting battleground to another, let's talk about the morning routine.
Oh boy, mornings, sometimes I feel like I run a marathon before I even have my coffee.
Right. It's like the whole family's energy is just out of whack. This source talk about a shoe and coat command center, and I'm wondering if that's the key.
Okay, so organization is huge, right? Especially when you're dealing with little humans who maybe aren't the best at keeping track of their things.
That's an understatement. I swear my kids lose their shoes more often than I.
I hear you. But imagine you walk into your entryway, and instead of chaos, there's this designated spot.
Okay, paint me a picture. I'm visual.
So low hooks, right? Low enough for kids to actually reach, labeled with their names, or even pictures if they're not reading yet.
Love that. And then what? Bins for shoes.
Exactly. Clearly labeled, maybe color-coded, so even if they grab the wrong bin at first, it's easy to redirect.
It's like you're setting them up for success before the day even starts.
Precisely. And here's the thing, get them involved. Have them help you decorate the bins or pick out the hooks, so they feel like it's their space too.
Oh, that's good. Building that ownership, I love it.
Yeah.
Okay, speaking of getting ahead of the game, one thing I'm always trying to do is like streamline breakfast.
Oh, breakfast, the most important meal of the day, and yet somehow the hardest to find time for.
Right, so smoothies. I feel like those are my go-to, but even then it can be a process. This source had some tips on prepping them ahead of time, which I'm all about.
Okay, smoothie prep, this is game-changing, I'm telling you.
All right, convince me. How does this work?
It's all about pre-portioning. You take your fruits, veggies, whatever you're putting in your smoothies,
Okay, so far so good.
and instead of that frantic morning rush, you've already done the work.
So I'm chopping everything up the night before.
Exactly. And then you portion them out into these reusable freezer bags or containers if you prefer.
And then just grab and blend in the morning. Genius.
Right. You wake up, grab a pre-packed bag from the freezer, toss it in the blender, add some liquid, maybe a scoop of protein powder if you're feeling fancy.
It's like having breakfast on autopilot.
Yeah.
And probably way healthier than the drive-through line most mornings.
Exactly. Okay, and you know what pairs perfectly with a prep smoothie? A clean and organized car.
Oh, don't even get me started on the car. It's
Yeah.
like a black hole for crumbs and toys and
I feel you. But it doesn't have to be a lost cause. Remember that toy library concept? Same idea, but for the car.
So we're talking like a special bag of toys that only comes out in the car.
You got it. And maybe you swap out the toys every week or so, just like with the toy library.
So they're always excited about it, even if it's not technically brand new stuff. I like it.
It's all about that novelty factor. Plus, it keeps those toys contained so you're not digging under seats for that missing stuffed animal.
Oh, the things I've found under those car seats, let's not even go there. Okay, last but not least, this source had some interesting ideas about, the dreaded chore of cleaning up.
Oh yeah, getting kids to clean up, that's a whole art form in itself.
Right. But what if, and I love this idea, what if we turned it into a game? This source calls it the cleanup treasure hunt.
Okay, I'm intrigued. Treasure hunt, tell me more.
So imagine this. You're telling your kids to clean their room, but instead of it just being this boring chore, they're actually on a mission.
Okay, so I'm hiding something in there, like a little toy or something.
Exactly. You can even do clues, like a little scavenger hunt, leading them to the treasure.
Oh, that's fun. I bet you could even make the clues educational, like what's something blue that needs to be put away?
Oh my gosh, yes. Sneaking in, learning all they clean, that's a parenting win for sure.
And the best part about all of these hacks, I think, is that they're not just about quick fixes. They're about building those positive habits.
Totally. It's like, yeah, we want to make our lives easier in the moment, but we're also in it for the long haul, We're teaching them life skills.
Exactly. And hopefully making those early experiences with things like cleaning and organizing a little more enjoyable.
Exactly. Because let's be real, nobody loves a chore. But if we can find ways to make it fun, or at least a little less painful, everyone wins.
And that's what it's all about, right? Finding those little wins throughout the day, those moments of connection, and just enjoying the journey, even when it's messy.
Couldn't said it better myself. And on that note, we would love to hear from you. What are some of your go-to parenting hacks? The ones that make you think, I don't know what I'd do without this. Head over to our social media pages and share your wisdom. Let's create a little virtual support group for all of us navigating this wild ride of parenthood. And remember, you've got this. Until next time.